Coco Michelle Williams. I am a PhD candidate in English with a specialty in African American literary and cultural studies and American modernism. I started writing poetry at a very young age, and so when I got to high school and then on to college, I kind of already had in my mind that not only was I going to be an English major, but I was going to be a college professor. The day in the life of a graduate student varies quite a bit. I never do the same thing. So I'll try to carve out a couple hours to work on dissertation writing and research. And then I'll carve out a couple hours to prepping for my class the next day. Then I'll carve out some time to sort of think about other opportunities outside of the graduate student space. So opportunities to do freelance writing, or opportunities to apply to scholarships or fellowship programs. Well, I would be remiss if I did not mention my mother. To me, she has been sort of the biggest part of my success here. The cohort of brilliant Black and brown students who have come through these halls before me and with me have also been a tremendous part of my success here. My major professor, Dr. Montgomery, and all the Black faculty and staff who've been really supportive and here at FSU. Advice that I would give prospective graduate students would be to, number one, negotiate your contract. Negotiate your contract up front. And speaking of which, I would also advise graduate students to do as much research and apply to as many fellowships and scholarships as possible. I'm passionate about the work that I do in terms of bringing to the fore the often forgotten and marginalized stories of people of color. My dissertation project is exploring the ways in which African American writers in particular respond to the landscape of museum culture and Black artists' inclusion in museum spaces and inclusion in conversations about fine art. I want to continue being in the classroom. I want to continue to be in those spaces because I think it's really particularly important for me as a Black woman to enter into a collegiate classroom space and teach my students, because it's not lost on me that the image of me in front of a classroom means something to a great number of people. And I always want to sort of take that responsibility seriously and do what I can to sort of broaden my students' sort of understanding of not only the content, but of who they can be in these spaces.